Oh, hello there. I'm Hannah, and if you've found this channel, well, that's unfortunate for you. My name's Hannah, and today I'm going to be reading some Antihan fanfiction, which I'm surprised people actually wanted to do this in the first place. I know people have written it because in my live shows I joked about, oh, what if someone wrote fanfiction, and then someone did, and then that kind of started a chain of events. So I'll be reading the first couple of chapters from some Antihan fanfics. Here's one by a user called The Amazing Bean, and it's called the Ape. I've never seen that word in my life. The Apex Predator Antihan fanfic. The prologue. It was a dark and stormy night. Perhaps it should have been. It would have fit the girl's mood better, but it wasn't. In fact, it was rather a nice night, to be honest. It was a full moon. The stars were twinkling brightly, and the cool breeze of the midnight air smelled so fresh and so sweet. Any other day, Hannah would have been happy about it, but not today. Today she felt as though it was mocking her. Today she hardly even noticed the crickets chirping or the frogs croaking. I never noticed that, because when I was younger, my brother ripped off all the legs of the crickets, so I don't think there were any crickets in this area anymore. Well, let's continue with this story. All she could think about was what in the world could have led her. I think it's meant to say here. All she could think about was what could have led her here, walking alone in the middle of the night to God knows where, but with nothing but clothes on her back. Surely I would have taken my phone with me. I can't leave this, and a portable charger, and maybe a bag with a mini fridge inside it. Hannah had never considered herself to be normal. It's funny because it's true. She had never been one of those girls with long flowing blonde hair that wore yoga pants and all the boys swooning over her. What? I get all the guys. Honestly. Okay. In fact, none of the boys really even talked to her. It's true. Or the girls, for that matter. This fanfic is just too close to home. In fact, come to think of it, no one even looked at her. I mean, if I was someone else, I would not look at this face. Well, that wasn't true. Sometimes she'd catch people snatching glances at her over their books when they thought she wasn't looking. But of course she was looking. And of course she noticed how they turned their heads away as quickly as possible. I keep stammering on my words. Actually, in a geography lesson, this kid, I noticed in the corner of my eye, his head kept on turning. So like, eventually, after like so many times he was turning his head, I looked at him and I went, what? And then like, when Miss was like, right, everyone go into group work, he turned to his group and went, she keeps staring at me. I was not the one who kept staring at you. How dare you, you delusional. Was getting a bit ahead of myself there. They turned their heads away as quickly as possible as soon as they saw she had seen them. And of course it hurt her feelings. She didn't blame them, of course. It wasn't their fault. She was a freak. Yeah. And everybody knew that. And if you didn't say you were new, everyone made sure you found out pretty quick. Oh, that's Hannah, they'd say, pointing at her in the hallways. Yeah, you're gonna want to stay away from her. She's a mental case. This is really relatable. Yep, that was her. Hannah G. Whoa, how do you know my surname begins with a G? She was the school's nutjob. Best not to talk to her, or you end up with scissors sticking out of your head. Whoa! I would never hurt someone. Apart from that one kid I tripped up in class, but that's because he was horrible and no one liked him. Hannah shook her head. No, she did not want to think about that day right now. The day that everything sweet had turned so sour. The day she had sent the boy to the hospital. Ooh. That's quite mean of me. The day she broke down crying in front of everyone and her mum had to come pick her up. I'm surprised I haven't like broken down crying in school before. Like actually no, that's not true. I had this weird sort of panicky moment about a banana that actually happened, and my class kind of just wondered what was wrong with me. Her mum had not been pleased with Hannah that day. She told Hannah to never show her freaky ability in public. But one day, Hannah just couldn't hold it in. I wonder what my freaky ability is. Just, I have some weird scissor problem. Edward Scissorhands. I'd be like, what? You wanna diss me? Nah, mate, I've got scissor fingers. That was so lame. The girl shuddered and stopped walking. Her hands were resting in the pockets of her tight black jeans. You know, I've never worn jeans. She looked down at the small pebble on the road in front of her feet. Angrily, she glared at it and sent it shooting across the street, not even moving a muscle. This is better than all my stories. because I can't write. Silently, she watched it as it smashed against the pavement and bounced until it came up to a complete stop. And despite the thousands of other Londoners surrounding her, despite all the happy sounds of nature buzzing all around her, Hannah felt the loneliest she'd ever felt in her entire life. Thank you to anyone who has ever done fan art or fan fiction about me. I deeply appreciate it. There is more that I could mention, but I might do a part 2 of this if you guys want to like do something, I don't know. I've been told someone's working on a fanfic about me and Nathan, so we probably have to react to that if someone wants to do that. I'm surprised there aren't any Hannah and Simon ones or Hannah and Dan ones. There's Hannah and Satan ones, but I mean, like, I am not Satan, stop it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want a part 2, then like this video. Next week's video will be my Sidemen vlog, because I'm going to meet them. Oh, one last thing I want to announce, I am doing live shows on a website called YouNow every Friday at 9 o'clock GMT. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed, or if you want to see a part 2. And I will see you later. Bye.
Let's go deep into a world that only we can see. They can't touch us, they can't judge us, 'cause we're crazy, young and free. It's not me traveling, it's not you traveling me. Can I trust you not to love